Hello, my name is Dr. Nought. This is Sorcery from Steve Jackson, Part 4, Episode 25. Alright, we've been here a while. You can see my stamina is down to 10, and you may have guessed from the last episode, I'm getting a little, I wouldn't say flustered, that's probably too strong of a word, but this is dragging on quite a lot. So we're going to do something different starting from now on, all the way through the end. We're going to complete it, and unfortunately, I'm going to need the help from an outside source, and here's what I found. I'm going to show you this. Okay, it's not showing. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to use a walkthrough, and as you can see, it includes, let me zoom in here, stuff on all of the sorcery games. And as you can see, we've done 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we've gone all the way through all this stuff, and we're stuck here at the Inner Fortress. But before we do that, so we're going to start from here. I'm going to have it off screen. We're going to play the game. I'm going to follow what is said, and this will be like kind of like a tutorial the rest of the time. But I do want to reference the credits here and give a shout out. So document created by Neurotic Nihilistic, mainly for own reference. If this does benefit other players, I'm glad. Thank you, Neurotic Nihilistic. Thank you. Let us get through this. Additional thanks to the many players sharing their experience on Touch Arcade forums, Steam community, and Reddit discussions. Alright, so we're going to follow Neurotic Nihilistic's walkthrough here. So I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to show you where we're starting. Right here. So Inner Fortress. I'm going to actually have this off screen, obviously, so we can see it, but I'm going to reference it. So you may hear additional words of like what I'm reading and stuff, and this is what it's coming from, okay? So let me just move that over here, and let me bring the game back up, and let me check that the game is actually back up. It takes a second for some reason for this to pop back up. This is getting a little wonky here. Alright, we got it. Alright, so here we are. Ah! Okay, jeez. Alright, so I think we're back. So, we've got another point of stamina here. Or we lost it. Okay, so, and you'll see my cursor going off the screen a bunch. That's fine. Alright, so, let us follow this. So here we go. We're going to go into the square again. We've got 8 out of 10 stamina. There's not much I can do, but what we're going to do is we're going to actually walk to the north gate. Alright, so we're not going to do any of this. Let's make a move. The north side of the area here. And I'll start reading once we get to the north road here. Okay. So we've done this before, we've gotten past the guards, but we're going to follow what is said in the walkthrough here. So you walk across the square towards the paved lane on the north side. Unlike most of the roads in Mampang, it is clean and sparsely populated. It curves around the mountain on which the Archmage's tower stands, climbing slowly. A few yards from the square, a group of guards blocks the road. They stand sharp and to attention, sheltering in the shade of a nearby hut. 2 of them hold snarling dogs on chains. So in the walkthrough it says, if you try to enter the Inner Fortress from outside, guards will intercept you. If you try to slip past their guard post, they will find out and shout after you. You need to turn back, otherwise they will chase you after and arrest you. So if you are in guards or captain's disguise, we can get through this. Otherwise, they won't let you enter the fortress unless you show the summons from the commander letter or resort to magic. You can cast God or Kid to create an illusion of the Archmage, or cast Dim. Tell them you are a guard. So let us just head right towards them. And we're going to try casting magic. You walk up to greet the guards. The nearest comes out to greet you with a growl. Well, the guard snaps. Let's see what we can do. So we can either do God or Kid to create an illusion of the Archmage, or Dim. So let's see if we can do any of this. Can we do God? Because I would like to try that. Let's do it. You wind the stars into order around you, and your jewel of gold begins to shine and gleam. The guard stares at you in amazement. Archmage, she murmurs. We were not told. You have done well, you tell her, and she smiles hopelessly. Thank you, she murmurs. Oh, but thank you. Let's just go. I'm not even going to ask her questions. So you sweep past her up the road, accompanied by the clatter of her armor on the ground as she kowtows behind you. Nice. Alright, so we're going to head up the road. Continue climbing up the north road. Let's just keep on going. I'm not even looking around. The top of the road. Alright, so we're going to climb the Palisade, which is where the next step is. You haul yourself up using the rivets in the wood to climb. After a short haul, you are at the top and drop easily down onto the other side. Okay, you pick yourself up, you stand in a narrow alleyway. The walls high on both sides. You are within the inner fortress once more. The alleyway runs to the right, but on the left is a low iron doorway. The door down to the city is locked. The moon sets, more stars appear. I'm just going to keep going. So, we've got the low door or the alley. Alright, so we're going to approach the low door. This is where we're headed to go. We're going to have an encounter here, potentially. The stars turn in the sky overhead. You stand by a solid metal door set into the stone wall. You don't fancy your chances of breaking it down. The voice of Effie enters your mind. Turn back, the goddess declares. What lies beyond is truly evil place. Sorry, I actually have to open my door because my cat is going insane. I don't know if you can hear that meowing. Cat. Alright, we're getting very unprofessional here. But, okay, so in the walkthrough it says, approach it and most gods will warn you about the evil within. It is a torture chamber. Let's do it. We actually haven't done this before, but I'm going through this. So we need to cast D-O-E to unlock the door. Uses one of my stamina, that's okay. You craft the spell, you hear the grinding of machinery, then a click as the door swings forward on its own accord. A short wide corridor is in front of you, but there is no sign of any guard. Let's go. You make your way cautiously forward. The middle of the room seems very exposed, but the walls might be set with any number of hidden traps. Alright, so we're gonna walk along the left wall here. As you walk down the corridor, you hug the left wall. Halfway down, a huge flail swings down from a hidden chain, filling the rest of the corridor. You hear a resounding laugh, echoing from a chamber through a low arch at the far end. Alright, let's go. The chamber. You duck through an archway and nearly gag from the stench. Dried blood paints the walls and floor, and scattered around the room are grisly instruments of torture. Standing in the middle of the room is a bowed, ugly ogre, or a bowed, ugly ogre, with a huge grin and a dozen scars. He wears a ragged black hood and carries a whip. Here we are. Enjoy my surprise? What? He asks, voice lisping. Surprise, not surprise. Just say no. Ha! He beams with evident satisfaction. Gush. What? Who are you? He peers at you. You don't know? He demands. Well, now. And whoosh are yoush? Why is there a lisp on words that don't have S's in them? I'm your worst nightmare. You leap on top of a table and drop into a fighting stance. Wordlessly, he kicks out one of the table legs, and you crash to the ground. Before you can act, he clubs you across the head. As your vision fades, you can hear him chuckling. Eesh now, he says. Shish'll be fun. Everything goes black. For a moment, all is quiet and peace. Your mother's voice talks to you softly, singing a lullaby as she strokes your head. Stay asleep, she murmurs. There's no need to wake up now. Stay with me. Just wake up. This is a dream, of course, but a beautiful one all the same, and sometimes dreams are more pleasant than reality. You come to, all but gagging from the stench. The room you are in is truly ghastly. Dried blood paints the walls and floor. Scattered around the room are grisly instruments of torture. Your arms are chained to the wall. The scarred ogre shuffles over and takes a bow. Naggamenteh, he declares. Master torturer of Mampang. Welcome. Like, okay, why is there a lisp here when there's not even an S in that word? You must be Chitruser. I'll finch out soon enough. Yeah, I'll find has a lisp. Okay. Read it from your entrails, I will A mad glint in his eye is evident. He clearly loves his work. Okay. So we have to talk to him, and we have to... Well, there's a lot of options here. Let's see. We want to tell him that he cannot break us. and that you've been through worse. He should give you a chance to tell him your story, so do just that. How he reacts depends on your past experience and what you told him of. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's chat with him. Listen, you begin. Oh, I'll listen. Once you start screaming, Naggamenteh interrupts. He picks a tool off the rack and brandishes it near you. Small knife, with a sharp hook at the end. Want now what is this for? You won't break me. She'al she shash. He responds. I've been through worse. He stops in his tracks. You know, most people test to blusher at this point. Maybe you hash seen worse. I wonder wash. Tell him my story. You speak at length about your travels, leaving out the parts about the crown of kings. Naggamenteh laughs and cheers along, clearly not believing a word of it. You lashed Karish to burn? He chuckles. Wonder flush. Alright, so I'm reading over here, so okay. Let's keep talking. You keep on talking. Lish to reveal the past, he shakes his head. Fantastic. You end your story, and Naggamenteh nods appreciatively. A goosh tale. Thank you. Now, bash to work. What am I supposed to do? Tell him a better one? You can't tell me while I work, Naggamenteh replies. Gosh, ishy fingers. How is that last word not... Fingers. He's bent examining his rack of tools, deciding whether to flay your skin or pluck out your eyeballs. He seems intent on causing you great pain. You need to distract him somehow. I see you take great pride in your work. Yoga glows. Welsh now, thank you. So rare to see someone appreciate my efforts. Oh boy. Okay. So I need to tell him he's got great work, saying he deserves better treatment. Here we go. Shushink, he shrugs. Wash me shushay-shat. I can't stand this. Your craftsmanship. It's quite evident. He nods. Glass you spotted it. Naggamenteh looks around. As if to make sure the two of you are alone. Listen, he says. I shall rarely get respect around here. I was thinking. Yes? Well, not something I usually do. I need your shish. You have my word. He nods. Well, that settles it. With a flourish, he unlocks your manacles. You rub your wrist until the feeling returns, then stand up. Naggamenteh is beaming. I'll show you around, he says. Please do, you say. He takes you to each machine and explains its function. Each is more gory than the last. You nod and smile while keeping down the bile in your throat. In one corner you notice a cycloflax herb. Okay. So we have to be, let's see. Let's look at this here. The Skyroflax herb used to be a frequent sight around Antopani, just outside the Shambutanti wall. It was munched by villagers and site masters alike to combat the effects of the foul air of the hills, but a few severe winters had all but wiped it out. What's here looks like a meager stock at best, but nonetheless, it is a herb with some very effective properties, and is worth eating immediately. Could I take your Cycloflax? Naggamenteh looks at you with some surprise, but finally shakes his head. No, she replies. I niche it to keep the weaker ones alive. My apologies. I'm gonna just kill him. You waste no time at all in drawing your Analan sword and skewering him through the heart. He dies with an expression of disappointment on his face. You look around the nasty room. Various evil-looking devices hang on the walls, along with the remains of those they were used upon. Cabinets line the walls. So let's take a look at the cabinets. You look around the cabinets, lining the room, and find some gold the ogre has squirreled away. He also has an impressive collection of herbs and bandages, including several vials of bloomberry potion and a cycloflax herb. Yeah, I'm taking that. 5 vials of potion, that's so good. Seems Naggamenteh liked to keep his prisoners alive as long as he could. Sciroflax herb used to be frequent sight. I'll get rid of that. Let's eat it. Holy. And so we wolf it down and the Sciroflax herb and immediately begin to feel the benefits. You have seen all you want to in the Torturer's stores. Alright, so we're going to leave next time and we're going to start the next area. So we're actually progressing nicely here. And I really like this, and I'm trying to beat the game for you and show you what it's like, because normally I would just be like, you know what? I've put in 25 episodes. I mean, normally I don't want to give up. But at this point in the game, I'd just be like, the ending is for you to see, but I'm actually really curious, and I don't want to give up on this game, so I want to do this walkthrough and see what the end is like. So we're going to continue with this, and we're going to just keep on going, and just follow this walkthrough until we get to the end. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.